What's going on YouTube? This week in news, Toronto rapper Lococity finally gets his ankle monitor removed after 900 days. Also, Joe Budden gets exposed for alleged sexual harassment allegations by former See the Thing Is co-host Olivia Hope. We got all that, plus this week's new music. This is News from the 6, where we hit you with that real Toronto shit, and I'm your host, Friday Ricky Dred. Now, before we get into anything in this video right here, I need you all to do me a favor and please subscribe, hit that subscription button, as well as the notification bell next to it so you know when we're dropping new videos, and we drop new videos every single day. Now, this video that you're going to be seeing right here is going to be a list of all the new Canadian music videos that have dropped within the last week or so, all 500 views and up, and we need you, the people, to let us know who is going to be the #1 video in Canada this week. Also, we're going to be giving you a list of the news stories that I just mentioned more in depth, so make sure to stay tuned to the end of the video for all those news stories. But let's get to this video right here, and let's get to this new music, new Canadian music video releases. Let's go.
I've won too many of hearses. I try to keep my understanding as diverse as earth is. You don't want to feel it punch. I bark when I see the ops. I only do that because I don't like to talk. They call me a dog. So delicious, I'm loving how you move. Watch this wrist glow like camera set up for this show. Ass like disco, lay my balls between the
back that they ain't got no guys, it's a goddamn draw. I bring the smoke, they be putting that out.
Niggas will run and go straight to the York. On the block, I feeling sick. Here, run out of skit. I was lacking. If
in the club, so shaking the ass. And that's how the side, that shit didn't come back. And you know I got profile, they ain't miss.
Boy 10 on the killing spree. Cause Boy 10 gonna get these G's. Boy 10, you look hella fleet.
And if you need it, girl, a real nigga got you. You need it, then you got it, girl, and you ain't asking twice.
I see the cheeks, I push on the pen. If I told you my life, yeah, this shit is so stressful. I'm in the trap and I serve every man.
What's all that shit talk? Not a transgender, but just know he got his shit talk.
And double on my profits. Fuck with a boss, bitch. No, I don't want average. Need a dick.
And I might have to make her mine, cause from head to her toe she's so fine.
Canada, we don't tootsie slide out, wrap your man like a tootsie roll. Run plays, post up, see a op, pick.
Go hard, pause that statement. This spot hitting for the taking. Don't want fucking tell she.
I can take the clock, hit her one time, go for the impact. Hit her one time, go for the kickback. Hit her one.
Now I double the props. OT, I be on top.
Thing that I need's on the other side of my comfort zone. I fell down, I came up, they can't seem to.
Better know it's my time, so you must make a purchase. Yeah, it's like voodoo, cause all of these cuts can go on my scene.
The car, they say I dress like a star, cause I only roll with them stars. Yeah, you being broke is your fault. Yeah, on my camera phone, want it so bad she ain't took her panties off.
Nigga, I be going up. By 2022, I'll be that nigga, they gon' know what's up.
See, these people ain't better than us. Listen up, man, I said what I said. How these countries, they still going to
Ain't no more stressing on me, and not even stretching, I'm on the go. Shout out them niggas that roll.
Slim, I thought that maybe because you paved the way for me, you might relate to weight that Caucasian rappers are carrying. They're constantly comparing us to.
Now, first in news, Toronto rapper Lococity is finally off of house arrest. Now, from a recent post on Instagram via Keepsake Solid, the rapper is shown cutting the ankle monitor bracelet finally off of his ankle and looking pretty happy about it. Now, on a recent episode of the We Love Hip Hop podcast, we reported that Lococity was finally starting to feel the pressure after 909 days on the ankle monitor on house arrest. Fuck the man, shit driving me crazy. My new conditions was strict house arrest, can't even shoot videos, and I'm banned from the whole downtown. Can't make this up. Trial in 2 weeks. I know I'm gonna win, but this shit got me nervous. So now that Lococity doesn't have these legal boundaries, what do you think will be his next move? When do you think that we're going to be expecting some new music, or are we going to be expecting some new music from Lococity, who before this was definitely burning up the scene with a lot of hot tunes, as well as jumping on the Academics Twitch, the epic Academics Twitch that happened a few months back. So we're really hoping to see some new music from Lococity, and we'll definitely keep you updated on this story as it unfolds. Next story. Now, in our next story, I know that this is news from the 6th, but I'd be really stupid to not touch on this whole Joe Budden drama. Now, this morning, May 17th, DJ and former co-host of the See the Thing Is podcast, Olivia Hope, finally broke her silence on why she left the Joe Budden network.
I was a part of and continuously made sexual suggestive remarks to me that made me extremely uncomfortable.
Oh my God.
Mia, now what'd you say?
This is probably why I'm single as fuck, because I don't feel like
singleness in my wow, it's crazy. I thought we was about to be a network power couple.
As well as fearful of dampening the mood.
Now, in her live, also available on our YouTube channel, she alleges that Joe Budden sexually harassed her during episode 16 of the See the Thing Is podcast, the female-led podcast also hosted by Bridget Kelly and Mandy B. Olivia Dope also provides timestamps from the now infamous episode, as well as clips from the Joe Budden podcast of the comments that Joe Budden said after she left the network.
Made this statement on his podcast.
For this Karen looking like a baddie. Shit.
HR, Joe, HR.
I need to be like Ross. See, if Ross, would you ever hire any women? Nah, I want to fuck the bitches.
Now, this whole debacle only comes 2 days after Rory and Mal released their response that also had Joe under fire from fans that allegedly had him screwing over his friends and having a missing $400,000. Now, in my opinion, as a longtime supporter of Joe Budden from the music to the podcast times, I've defended him on many occasions, even before the podcast. You know, when people are like, yo, Joe Budden, he's trash. I'm like, nah, you really need to take it in his music. Or when they say, you know, he does a lot of really crazy things from back in the days with the whole Method Man debacle and all the different crazy incidents that has happened with Joe Budden, you know, Love and Hip Hop crazy times. I've tried to defend him all the way through, even with the Esther Baxter case. However, with this thing right here, there's no more defense that I can do for Joe Budden. I'm gonna have to keep my hands off of this. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you think that Joe Budden can bounce back from this? He's been able to bounce back from all of the different episodes that has happened to him back in the past, pre-podcast, and during the time that he's had the Joe Budden podcast and the Joe Budden network. However, this time with everybody piling on, there seems that to be a smear campaign that people are saying is brewing under the scenes. They're saying that this smear campaign can be attributed to Charlemagne the God. I don't know. These are just things that I'm hearing through the internets. Also, Scotty Beam is leaving a lot of cryptic messages via Twitter and her Instagram on the reason of her departure from the State of the Culture show that she co-hosted with Joe Budden, as well as Jinx and Remy Ma. So there's a lot of things going on. Do you think that Joe Budden is going to be doing a podcast this Wednesday, or, you know, filming this Tuesday and dropping a podcast this Wednesday to give us a response to everything that's going on here? Or do you think that he's just going to go low and stay silent? Let us know what you think in the comments below, as well as the other news stories that we covered here on News from the 6, okay? Also, let us know who you think should be the #1 video in Canada this week from the montage video that we showed you earlier, okay? Comment gang strong. I got a lot of work for y'all to do today. Make sure to hit me up on all my social media platforms at Friday Ricky Dred. That's DRED. And make sure to hit us up on our Instagram page, We Love Hip Hop Network. And make sure to log on to our website, welovehiphop.ca. This is News from the 6, where I hit you with that real Toronto shit. And I'm off this. Deuces.